Alrighty, g'day guys, welcome to another game of Legend today on LIHL. This is not a super good roll, so I'll just do a drop like this. Can drop 4 dwarfs, but I'm never playing 4 dwarfs, I'm only ever playing 3. So I don't see a reason to drop 4. Anyway, we'll just play Watcher here. Pretty solid. Got a cheap tier 1 with it as well, which helps. Right, got a zombie carry, but it's a little bit awkward. 1 to 10. Got I feel like you would play Aqua with this because Aquapolar, but if you get Gorges, like it's kind of same difference. Anyway, it's just push on the other 3 lanes. I would actually like very much play Aqua because the way I say Aqua's more stable than Watcher. Watcher probably can push like slightly harder, but Aqua's a lot more stable, and this is our second carry line. Even though he's on 50. Yeah. I approve of that, because I'm on 50 as well. Archer is not reliable, even on free. His roll's better than mine. And obviously this is carry. Yeah, I like Aqua from him there. If your role isn't important in the context of the game, I think like Aqua and Watcher is kinda whatever. I would definitely say that Aqua is a bit better. But I do think it's like I don't think there's tons in it.
Someone call for the doctor?
Two's fine. Got 1 slow lane.
More gold is required.
My brothers.
The only potentially scary thing is we're not very good on 5, so if they turn around and strike 5, we're not enjoying that probably, but honestly, it's fine.
More lumber is required. Someone call for the doctor?
I mean, you can do either. Honestly, normally EA here seems fine. Like, you can 100% play it with Rat Mix, but it's more stable on 4, and it's given the option to overbuild on 5 as well, and clear that. Because he's on free, I believe. So if the game ends up being good for him, then spin the free roll, hopefully get into some kind of carry. And it can be good for us for sure. And it's just one of those things, right? Like EA Rat, you get more push early. Standard EA, you're more stable. And you end up having probably a little bit less value on 5. But if you full yellow, or you have the option to actually overbuild and clear 5 this end. We're actually pretty okay on 3, so I can push a bit more. I feel like I don't really want to, though. Feels like there's no reason to just risk dying randomly. Is that a mouth? Most likely. Doesn't have to be, though, because weird damage on the horse. LED on green. Is this really not going to be King League? Oh, that's sad. No King Scout, no King League. That's really unfortunate. Alright, green's fed as hell. So good chance they're just kinged, honestly, but still, we're really not that good here. I'm gonna try this. This is something I've been sort of playing around with Watcher a bit more. So Violet, I think, is worse on 3 than double Watcher because it changes the armor type to medium, and that's pretty bad. But I think double Violet for 540/550 value, I think is way better on 5 and way better on 6 because Watcher's ability on 6 says send currents of wind at nearby enemies, dealing 0 damage, 3.5, or how 3.5 I think times per second. Because 6 level 6, the golems reduce all damage dealt to them by 1, and there's no minimum for it, right? So it just actually negates the Watcher ability completely, which obviously makes Watcher not very good on 6. So yeah, as you can see, I get absolutely trashed by Blood Orc here, right? But it's better on 4. I think Double Violet is better on 5. And it's so much better on 6. Feels really good on 6. So I kind of like it when I'm not too scared of 3. And LOD eating send on 2 like that makes me feel like they probably kinged. Probably don't send 3. It's possible they do, but I'm somewhat weak there either way. It's Archer and Engineer. Okay, so didn't king, most likely. Expecting a send. I'm still not going to overbuild here, I don't think. I could go +1 Watcher, and it's actually not ridiculous, but it doesn't do anything on 5. I think we're happy to play for time, and I think if someone overbuilds, I think he goes +1 Aqua. Or he goes +1 Rat. So I'm pretty sure it's like very much not my job to build up here, even though I can be pretty good versus Send here with another Watcher. Because the thing is, if they just send 5, I have to full push anyway, right? Like, if I overbuild for 4, it doesn't matter. Or it's not nearly as good because I can't really overbuild for 5. It's not something my lane is particularly capable of doing. Well, King doesn't make a lot of sense with those rolls, so yeah, I imagine they do. Do I want to give up? I guess they could clog. Seems less likely. I don't know. I think there's a pretty good chance they just send 5 because otherwise they're kind of throwing. Is how it feels, but you know, maybe. Yeah, okay, it wasn't now. It's Militia on Lord, okay. Yeah, Militia on Lord, so they probably like either race 5 or just bait 5. This is actually not too bad in Immolation. Alright, he's electing to give up, so I'm definitely not looking to give up in that case. In either case, I wasn't really looking to give up. Figured I would build up. What are you doing here? Probably Archer, Half Spot, and Rats. If you go 4 Rats, I'd be scared about this getting sniped. 4 Rat it is, okay. Hopefully this doesn't get sniped by a Blood Orc. This front Archer, if they send, of course. It's not guaranteed, it is fairly likely, but it's not guaranteed. Yep, there's the send. Why? Regen, or whatever. Yeah, Blood Orc goes on Rat. Rat. Now onto the Archer. Yeah, it could be worse. Alright, do I get 6-3? No, I get 7-2. Okay. Yeah, not quite mid, but does clear. Yeah, not that bad for us. It's not great, of course, but we get to just send the rest 7. I mean, nah, it's kind of bad for us, but oh well. Oh well. I get a bit punished for not giving up here, but I don't hate it when we see the Militia on the LOD. It does mean that they have an option to bait here in 6. And they also did have the clog option, although that felt kind of unlikely. To me, at least. Right, this is 2 heals. I think we just have to accept that. Actually, is it? Maybe it's savable. It should be savable. Do I need more regen than this to save it? I think yes, and I also think it would feel really bad if we lose the heal with nothing and I didn't do regen ASAP, so let's just keep 3 heals. We've only got 1 lane for 10. Okay, don't need more heals now. Or don't need more regen, rather. Shouldn't do 11 regen there. It's okay, but the heal was already saved. And 10-11 regen is like no defocking, gonna be full pretty quickly with this match. Alright, only lost 1 heal, so it doesn't feel horrible. Just gonna build a random servant. Just for the sake of spending money here. It's not very good. But I know I'd rather build 4 nulls, but food. But it's alright. I'll just build something. Alright, good. He gets a polar, so that's really nice. With polar, he's just like recovered here. Good for his lane. Good for us in general. Because this game just got quite fat. With a lot of time there. Do really need someone to like 6 though. I'm probably leaking, to be fair. Even though I think this double violet is way better. Ooh, someone got a send. Where is it? Spirit. That's honestly kind of unlucky, yeah. It's probably the worst line for it to go on. Unless he gets lucky and holds it, but I think that'd have to be pretty lucky. Looks good at the moment though. Honestly. Actually, does it? No, I don't know. Yeah, even though I'm leaking a lot, like, this is 590 value. 590 value of 1 violet is leaking a lot more than this. Anyway, I assume we go with Wyvern. Just to have a look at Breaking Green. Alpha Engineer Clockwork. Must have rerolled NGs early. They probably send a bit on 7, by the way, because it's really tempting to break Butcher Hold. Obviously don't know what spell they have, and that'll inform the decision at least a little bit. But I would be surprised if they full skip. Alright, I'll be back in 1 sec. Sorry about that, I'm back. I'll do a helmet. They send a bit firmer. Wyvern, is that on every line? Yes. Okay, cool. HP into attack, and I suspect we'll be able to keep the heal. This doesn't have to be immolation. I really don't think it has to be. In fact, I don't think it is. Because the sand isn't that big. They have probably a lane that's mid. They had a lot of time on 5 to do king. I think this is... and they had, like, decent push with lanes leaking. I don't think this is immolation. I think they send more if they have immolation. Yeah, shockwave. And I think they go Murgles. if they have immolation as well. I think we see like the same send with 2 muggles, or maybe just like more send on top of that, like more wyverns. Anyway, do we keep the heal or do we lose one? It's honestly not a massive deal either way, but it would be nice to keep it, and I think we do. Yeah, beautiful. I think those are our options, 9 or king now. Cool. Because if we were going 10, we should king now. I'm totally fine with 9. Best lane is LOD Spear Militia, which I mean I liked with 2k value of LOD on 9. So, you know, can certainly happen. So, knowing that we're looking at 9, I played this wave a bit differently. Fast 7-5 with no farm upgrade. Just to firstly make sure there's a leak here, and then make sure I'm sending plenty. Because he's going for hold. If he's doing farm, yeah, he's going for hold. He's going for hold as well. He might leak, to be fair, but don't know. Okay, nice. So the archer can carry on free. Cool. That's good. Definitely want him to hold now as well, by the way, with that roll. So I think it's good if I make sure there's a leak on 8, because there was so much king gold this game that every lane should have the opportunity to recover on 8 if they build towards it and play towards it. And obviously if we want to send 9, then we really want leak on 8. Okay, decent reroll. Actually no, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Berserker Thrall. So that means I'm going push lane, which is fine. I mean, I'm playing this on 50. I think that was his 50 roll, by the way, but it's cool. It's allowed to take that. Alright, he ends up leaking anyway. They actually both end up leaking anyway, but it was close enough where I wasn't sure. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. As an upgraded Warlock, yeah. It's magic damage, but it's actually not that good on 9, just because it attacks slowly. Most of the power of that Warlock is in the armor shred. And in the end, like, a bunch of them leak anyway, so it's pretty irrelevant that I went for leak here, but I still think it was correct theoretically. And obviously, even before they roll, my lane's the least important, and suddenly after they roll and they both get good rolls, my lane's the most important. And then looking at the strong levels of our lane, we've got like good anti-14 with anti-15, like the whole fucking roll's good, but it's anti-14, anti-15 on this roll. This is hard anti-14, this is hard anti-14 with some anti-15. So what does that mean? It means we really want to play 14-15. Cool. How do we play 14-15? We need leaks. Cool. Why don't I do that? That's sort of that's the logic progression, basically. I will do a farm here. Like, Watcher Violet, obviously quite good on 8. 9, sorry. Violet's decent on 8, to be fair, but quite good on 9, so may as well take what should be fairly close to a recovery, or maybe just a straight up hold. This is a lot of wyverns, yeah. It's a fucking big sand. And yeah, take what can be a recovery here, if they don't send. If they send as well, cool. For each lane? Hope it's more than that. Maybe it's not, I don't know. It's fine though. It's a pretty solid send. As you can see, Violet just puts out a lot of damage, so I'll get my 7-6 here. Yeah, there's no point for me to try and be like strong holding levels mid-game. Or like holding levels no send mid-game. There's no point for me to play towards that because 17 is just actively bad for us. We don't have a single lane that's actually good 17 at the moment. We're like okay 16, but not great. So I definitely should be intending to leak mid-game. Yeah, almost help. Maybe if I put that like Watcher in front because it's got light armor or something, or if I upgrade a Null instead of doing the Watcher. Something like that, maybe I can hold. Otherwise it's fine. Oh shit, how is he mid? Absolute scam. I don't know. Like, it actually doesn't matter, he doesn't kill that much. This is still sort of... We get what we want, which is just golden time. If we send it, makes it hard to 14, but okay. We can play for a longer game if we're doing that. I wonder how many first ones I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get some.
More lumber is required.
I'll do 2. Don't think I need to do 3. I want to push again. Yeah. They suck the heal here to set more on 10. Obviously they can save the heal if they really want to. But it costs so much wood to save the heal. It's really never worth it. I want to bank a bit here because I really want to go 7-7. This game is fat enough where I can hold levels with 7-7 as well if we want to flex to 16. Doesn't seem great, but it's an option. They did a upgrade there, but it might have been a fake. It was either a regen or a fake. Not sure which, honestly. Don't think it means that much anyway. If it was a regen, they're just doing like 1 to 2 regen to get their king healthier by the time 10 happens. But I think it was fake, honestly. They should. In my opinion, they should be somewhat expecting us to skip. You're supposed to do your fur, but you're gonna do it. Yep. Cool. I guess we're just playing for fatness. I'm willing to sack heals here, so if we're gonna send, probably supposed to be close to full here. This is gonna be a big send from them, probably. Yeah, Lockwolf Bandit. And a decent amount of mass. There's always gonna be a big send. Not expecting a ton from these guys, but hopefully some solid damage. Otherwise we can easily lose all 3 of our heals. Interesting he stayed only 2 butchers. It's really odd, but it certainly worked, because he is mid. Okay. Not too bad. So, first up, max HP. We know heals are going down anyway, so we may as well go HP max to get immolation, doing the maximum amount of damage, and then after that just attack. He's quite a big mid here. It's 3 spawns and how many bosses? It's 1 boss. 1 boss. Okay, only 1 boss. Acceptable. That's not too bad. We're never really going to break green. With this then, by the way, it's just about getting King Lakes, getting fat. How many heals are we losing for it? 2 or 3? I think we might be losing 3 for it. It's just a big send. And it doesn't do that much focus. It does actually a little bit more than I would have thought. Maybe it is worth tapping it. This is gone though, unfortunately. A couple of ups there aren't changing anything, I don't believe. Right. Fat enough where I should use the 50.
Research complete. Job done.
Honestly, it's pretty good. I don't want a full build here.
Job's done.
I want to keep the option to leak. So yellow's Archer. 1300 Archer probably leaking 11. I mean, I guess I'm always leaking 11, whether we win Arena in a full build or not. We shouldn't need to worry too much about that. And you kind of got to tell me what you want with lakes, because lakes are easy and no lake is pretty easy. No lake is certainly doable.
My bidding. I am prepared. Out with it.
Saying we skip 17?
I am prepared.
Don't know about that. Don't really want to upgrade. No.
My bidding.
Something you're doing? Job's done.
My bidding.
Yeah, just upgrade Gate Guard. Yeah, we don't need to send 15. I agree with that.
Trade complete.
That we're probably surviving 15. Actually, really should be.
I am prepared.
16 have a good. Just upgrade into Archer. It's got a lot of small archers dropped as well, so probably upgrades them. Okay, 16 seems fairly bad then. Well, that's fine. And the issue I have at the moment with playing 17 is it's 0 heals versus 0 heals. So that's like fine. But green is probably just mid because big value. And if it's 1 mid versus 0 mid, because at the moment I would say we have 0 mid 17, I think that is a big problem for us. In fact, that sounds like automatic loss.
Research complete.
I am prepared. Enlighten me. I am prepared. My bidding. Out with it. Enlighten me. I am prepared. Out with it. My bidding. I am prepared. My bidding. Out with it. That's a given. It has begun.
Job's done.
Enlighten me. That's a given.
I'm not sure I agree with that, just because at the moment I don't see how we win 17.
Job's done.
But okay, we can go for it regardless. I may also just like here, right? That's very possible. 3 of their lanes are weak. Somewhat weak. But we should try and avoid, in my opinion, we should try and avoid any sand situation where it's one mid and then green, because at the moment I think we can assume he is mid all levels until 21. And honestly, it's probably just middle levels. We'll just say middle levels to take the caveats out of it. Should assume green is middle levels. So if we play a race where we die, or like if we play any kind of race, we really want to avoid 0 mid because we assume that they have a mid. Dark Priest, you got me? No, not quite. I'm liking one creep. Well, can't really be much closer than that. Did I have enough gold for a parrot? I don't think I did. I actually did full build there, and that Dark Priest front was good. Tanks a little bit of damage early. Yeah. I mean, low-key, even if we want 17, I think this might be good. Just because I think we need to be 0, 0 mid versus 0 mid if we're playing 17. So I'm not sure we have mid potential 17, even going off rolls. It's your drop, it is your drop. I don't need to ask him if he wants a leak here.
Job's done.
Watching him build 2 mutants is enough to give me an answer for which level he wants to play. Because if we're trying to play 15, he's going Hydra. Wait, they go here. Okay. Oh yeah, we're probably dead. I didn't really consider this. I mean, sure as shit, leaking fucking 1 creep on 12 ain't good then, but I did actually try and hold. There's not really much I can do about that. Anyway, we'll see if we die or not. Maybe we're fine, actually. So we have 1 mid, 1 super late. Like, actually this mid is going to be pretty good. I think timing will be good. King will get on the maiden. No, not quite. I'm pretty inclined to just max it. That'll be fun. They're fine now, I believe. Yeah, it's just low health behemoths. Just gotta hit this warlock. This is shaky on the control, but it's fine. Good enough.
More gold is required.
Oh, 17 or 20. These are our options now. Leaks or nah? Cool.
Out with it.
I'm fine with just 20, we're good on 20.
Job's done.
So if we play 20, don't need leak every level. Don't want leak every level. Probably still good to have a leak 19. But don't really need leaks besides that. But if we're still trying to go 17, or like 18, but I'm not a huge fan of 18. In most spots, and not in this spot either. I think 18 is literally like, they have a ton of siege, and we don't want to play 20 for one reason or another. I think it's fairly rarely like, oh yeah, they clearly die 18. I'm just leaking here always, by the way. This is like hard level for me. I'm not very good on 14, but I can hold after this pretty easily. This should be my last lake. 186 income is basically just like enough. And I'm a lot better on 15 than I am on 14. Because I'm more or less full magic.
More gold is required.
That's a given.
I don't think I'll need the full build here either, which is nice. Nah, 2800 should be more than fine.
Job's done.
Yeah, we'll just look to get double Dark Priest on 16. Low-key 17 is a little scary. So maybe I actually end up going like more Harbingers, just out front line for 17. Or maybe I just like 17 and it's kind of fine. It's not that fine, but I think it's kind of fine. Anyway, we'll definitely not be leaking here, which is good. I'd even cleared this level before some of my teammates. Not quite, but almost. Anyway, double Dark Priest for sure. Farm now, because might as well.
Job's done. Job's done.
Yeah, definitely don't want to like here. Because they do have a recent 17 option, since there was leak on 14. Even though there wasn't that much time on 13. In terms of 20 race, purple should be strong. Red is solid. Red's actually pretty solid because he's got these warlocks from earlier. Hydra's really good frontline. In terms of a damage dealer on 20, it's like by itself, without helicopter Hydra, helicopter or Dark Mage, kind of tend to want a little bit of supplementary damage, but Warlock should be good enough for that. Considering his spot's pretty good. And Teal will need a reroll, but Thrall is like solid frontline, and it does some damage for sure, but I would still go for a reroll if I was him. Yeah, easy hold here. Dark Priest is pretty good 16. I think it just has a good increment. It's like a clean 3-shot, I believe. Yeah, we'll just go for full build here.
Job's done. Job's done. Job's done.
4185. I feel like this should be enough value to just hold. But I might like, which would honestly not be that bad. Okay, cool, this are all. Spider is decent. The debuff is definitely worthwhile. Cannon. I guess like 1 to 2 minus armor cannons is probably alright. But upgraded spider is pretty good. Upgraded parrot as well is actually not bad on 20. It's like, you can't really spam them just because it starts being way too much wood. But it's not too bad. When we used to have more of a shaman meta on 20, you could do parrots as, what you could do is like put units up here as shaman blockers. They'd like waste some time on the shaman buffs. And parrot obviously really good for that. But that was a long time ago. That was like before the send timings got changed, so I don't even know if that works properly anymore. Okay, holding here, cool. What's the wood? Oh, Honestly, it's pretty fine. Probably don't need to try Lake 19. I probably can Lake 19. Well, I'm not great at splitting.
has begun.
Just, like, due to the makeup of my lane. What is, like, the vast majority of the value on my lane? Long range.
I am prepared.
Long range ranged units, which are not very easy to split. And I don't have much melee. The only melee I do have in the front, at least, are summoners, which pause to summon before walking forwards, so splitting feels just really difficult with my lane.
Out with it.
Definitely, but, you know, extra crack and extra firewood. Definitely extra big units if you got the spare wood. I don't really think about 18, but I guess medium armor kinda good versus magic damage. I'm still mid though, because 18 just doesn't do a lot of damage by itself. I go Meridian now, I think. I am not gonna go Meridian now. The gold just doesn't suit Meridian.
Build more farms. Build more farms.
My brothers, that's
Wondering if no leak here is better.
Job's done.
Like if it just gives us a way easier time holding. It does to an extent. Archer's leaking always. This guy has nothing. Dark Priest is mid. I don't know. I don't know if I should be looking for leak here. I think there's upside and downside. Upside is obviously we get to send more. Downside is like they get to send more. And it's just where on the sort of balance does that fall? Like, is that good for them, good for us? It's hard to tell. Honestly, it's probably like sometimes good for them, sometimes good for us. Just depends RNG, low-key, which, I mean, it is what it is. Alright, Ferb Commander. No real reason to skip Ferb and Commander. Plus 3 armor for cheap. And then percent bonus on level 20. It's like, yes please. Yeah, no leak is awkward. I'm gonna need to... I should have been a bit more aggressive sending,
I wish only to serve. My bidding.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete. Ready to
sending
work.
different mass.
Upgrade complete.
I stand ready.
Ready to work.
Alright, let me get it done.
I stand ready.
Send some extra fubs. Honestly, they get sniped pretty quickly. So it's not too bad to send extra fubs, extra commander as well, why not?
My life for the more. More lumber
Mutant,
is
because we can.
More lumber is required. More lumber is required.
Mutant's like genuinely not bad versus melee, either, by the way. Most important thing is just to spend the wood, spend the gold though. As long as we do that, nothing else matters that much. So they go no firelords and yeah. I'm probably not doing that well here, by the way. Value's still low, and you'd rather have Meridian for 20, I think for the most part. The Dark Priest is okay, and I just have to full build each level, and Meridian is worse on the regular levels. Alright, cool. 2 mid. I kill 1, chunk another, he kills 2.
More gold is required.
GG? I wouldn't say GG yet. It probably is, because their lowest value lane is Archer, which clears mass, so it's probably not a ton of mass. But sometimes this number can be really deceptive. Yeah, the screen's over there. Okay, so 1 mid. Yeah, okay, GG. I don't know. It feels really hard to trust 22 on leaks, or like the leak numbers on 20. Because sometimes it can be like 30 leaks and it's like 20 bows from one line. I mean, that's a bit excessive. Let's say like 20 bows from 2 lanes, and all of a sudden it's like, 5 turtles and 5 big sends with 2 mids, and it's like, hang on, they don't die. But didn't happen this time. Cheers very much for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all of that. As always, thank you to my patrons. You guys are legends, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.